Love often comes quietly, without asking for permission. It can appear in the middle of an ordinary day, yet it changes everything forever. Many people search for it their whole lives, but only a few find a love so deep that it transforms their very existence. Where Do I Begin is one such timeless story, a journey of two hearts that discover the beauty of love, the weight of destiny, and the power of memories. This story is not just about meeting and falling in love. It is about what happens when two lives blend into one, when laughter and tears become part of the same melody, and when love becomes the greatest lesson in life. There was once a young man who lived a simple, quiet life. He was intelligent, hardworking, and had many dreams about the future, but deep inside he felt something missing. His days were filled with routine, study, work, and responsibilities, yet his heart longed for a connection that would make life meaningful. One evening, at a small gathering organized by friends, he saw her for the first time. She was standing near the window, laughing with others, her hair shining softly in the golden light. Her laughter was like music, and he could not take his eyes away. Something inside him whispered that his life was about to change. Their first conversation was short. "Do you like music?" she asked, noticing the record he was holding. "Yes," he replied, a little shy. "Music feels like the only thing that understands me sometimes." She smiled. "Hey, then we are already friends." From that moment, their bond began to grow. At first, they met casually in libraries, at cafes, or while walking home. But soon those short meetings turned into long evenings filled with endless conversations. They talked about books, about dreams, about fears they never shared with anyone else. Each word brought them closer. The young man realized that before meeting her, his world was colorless. She brought light, laughter, and joy into every corner of his life. She, too, found something rare in him, a gentle soul who truly listened, who understood her silences, and who made her feel safe. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and their love blossomed like spring flowers after a long winter. They walked together under starry skies, made promises on rainy nights, and held hands as if they never wanted to let go. Their love was not only passion but also friendship. She teased him when he was too serious. He comforted her when she felt insecure. Together they learned that love was not about perfection, but about acceptance. But as life always does, challenges arrived. He had career responsibilities that pulled him in one direction, while her family obligations pulled her in another. At times, distance separated them. At other times, misunderstandings created silence. There were nights when he lay awake, wondering if their love would survive. And there were moments when she cried quietly, afraid of losing him. One evening, after a long argument, they sat together in silence. The room was filled with unspoken words. Finally, she whispered, "Do you think we will always find our way back to each other?" He took her hand and said softly, "As long as I breathe, my heart will always search for you." Those words became their strength. Even when apart, even when life tested them, the promise of love remained like a thread tying them together. Years passed, and their love deepened. They learned to celebrate little joys: a letter received during a busy week, a surprise visit, a walk in the park after months of separation. Their love was not always easy, but it was real. It was the kind of love that left a mark on the soul. But fate had one more trial waiting. Life, with all its unpredictability, created a distance that could no longer be bridged. They were forced apart, though their hearts screamed against it. The pain was unbearable, yet within that pain was a strange beauty, the beauty of knowing that they had experienced something rare and unforgettable. The man often sat alone, thinking of her. He would remember her laughter, the way her eyes lit up when she was happy, and the warmth of her touch. Sometimes he would whisper to himself, "Where do I begin to tell the story of us? How can words describe what she meant to me?" She was no longer beside him, she was everywhere within him. Her love had changed him forever. He was no longer the same person he had been before meeting her. Her presence lived on in his heart, guiding him through life like a quiet flame that would never go out. Where do I begin? Is not just a love story, it is a journey of transformation. It tells us that true love is not measured by how long it lasts, but by how deeply it touches us. Even when love faces distance, loss, or silence, it remains alive in the heart as a memory that time cannot erase. For the man, she became the greatest chapter of his life. He may not have been able to hold her forever, but he carried her love within him always. In his quietest moments, he still felt her presence, and that was enough to keep him moving forward. In the end, this story reminds us that love is eternal. Even when people leave, their love stays, shaping who we are, teaching us how to live, and giving us a reason to remember. That is the beauty of love. It never truly ends. Asterisk, thanks for watching. If you really like the story, please do like, share, subscribe, comment on my channel World Stories. See you on the next video.